Hi, if you're looking for encouragement, motivation, and or enlightenment, then you're in the right place. My name is Divi, and my tip for you today is the difference between telling yourself that you can and telling yourself that you can't is the same thing or has a very direct relationship to what you will do and what you don't do. And the reason why I say this is let's put a simple example. You can't jump higher than 5 centimeters. Maybe physically your doctor told you or something happened to you that disables you from being able to jump 5 centimeters. But the act of telling yourself that you can doesn't mean that you'll magically be able to do it first try and it'll be like this amazing thing. It is the it is essentially the catalyst for change. It's the catalyst for adapting. It's the catalyst for allowing that statement or that command to become true. And when you tell yourself that you can do something, you are more likely to follow through with it than when you tell yourself you can't. Like, here's a more realistic example. If you tell yourself that I can't do this assignment right now, I'm too tired, I'm too sleepy. Well, the statement of can't, also with a valid excuse, your brain shuts down trying to find solutions or trying to find optimization in whatever the task that you're trying to approach. So, because you told yourself you can't, you literally stopped yourself from even trying. You stopped yourself from even attempting to make whatever that thing is be true. But the moment you tell yourself you can, you open the door to being more analytical, to being more, how can I achieve this, right? Well, if I can, that means there's a way, and if there's a way, that means I either just don't know it yet or I don't know how to do it yet. So the difference between telling yourself you can't and you can relates to what you do and what you don't do, because when you tell yourself you can do something, you're more likely to do it than when you tell yourself you can't do something, because then you just won't do it, or the chances of you not doing it increase. Think about it. What is motivation? Motivation is when you tell yourself, I can do this, right? Motivation is when you hype yourself up to achieve something, get something, maybe a goal that you want to reach. You don't necessarily need that motivation every time, as long as you understand that if you know you can, you just will. Or if you know you can, then there is a higher chance that you will. So instead of saying I can't do this right now, or I can't do this, I have this limitation, or whatever the thing is, tell yourself you can, but how? How can I do this? When can I do this? And then you start to find ways, you start to look for things that you weren't even sure was there before, and then you make a solution. Like, think about it. The most innovative people, the most creative people are the people who have less, right? Because they're limited. But they never say, oh, I can't do this because I have less. They say, well, how am I going to do this, right? They come up with ways, they figure it out, they do things that the average person probably wouldn't have thought of, because they didn't have that limitation, or they told themselves, because I have this limitation, I cannot achieve this thing. So the next time you're scared of doing something, the next time you feel like there's a task too big, or there's a task too mundane, or there's a task that has some kind of limitation, ask yourself, are you telling yourself that you can, or are you telling yourself that you can't? Because once you understand that, once you know that, then you know if you are going to do it or if you're not going to do it. And even if you say that you can and there's still limitations, trust me when I say that if you say that you can't, you eliminate the possibility of you even doing or being able to do it in the first place. So at the very least, to increase your chances, maximize your chances, you have to tell yourself that you can before you can even try, before you can even start. Because if you don't, then you won't. And that's the correlation between telling yourself that you can't, telling yourself that you can, and how it relates to what you will do and what you won't do. What you do and what you don't. or I just believe in yourself. But believing in yourself comes from a mixture of things. It comes from motivation, it comes from confidence. But if you don't have motivation, if you don't have confidence, then what do? You only have that statement. Can I do this? Think about it. Anxiety comes from that question, right? Can I do this? The questioning of your ability. If you don't question your ability, you just say, I can, that anxiety goes away. Or it's harder for that anxiety to stay because now you've answered it. Now you're sure. Let's say that you say, I can do it, you do it, and you fail. That doesn't mean you can't do it. That means you haven't done it yet. Now, there's a difference because can doesn't mean that you're going to do it right here, right now, magically, instantly. It just means that it's possible. It means you're capable. I can. And then I will means that some way, somehow, sometime, it's going to happen. So when you say that you can, the more that you say you can, oh, I didn't get it this time, but I can do it. Oh, I made another mistake, but I can do it. That becomes into a will. I will do it. Because it is probability that the more you do something, the chances of you succeeding increases exponentially. So the more that you say you can, the more likely it is to be true. So if somebody has ever told you you can't do something, even if that's you, ask yourself, did I even try? How many times did I try? Logically, have I proven that I can yet?